Hi there, Mel Poel here with StokedMTB, here with another segment of the College of Knowledge. This is a series of short, informative videos, just brief little nuggets of knowledge to help improve your riding experience and build your stoke for more. Today I want to talk about hydration packs. I've got some great tips for you to help improve your experience with hydration packs. There's a few pitfalls that people run into, and I want to help you out with that. So a hydration pack is basically a backpack that carries water in a reservoir, which is fantastic. You can just sip on the go. You don't even need to stop. You get to carry a lot more volume than if you're just doing little water bottles. But there's a few little pitfalls, and I want to help you to avoid those. Learn from my mistakes, okay? So my first tip is only water in your reservoir. What happens when we start putting electrolyte mixes, or in the case of my experiences when I first started, I thought it would be a great idea to put iced tea in there. You can't clean it well enough, and it's gonna go moldy, and you kind of can't get that out, and it will forever either taste like mold or look like mold or just keep getting moldy, and you'll end up having to replace your reservoir. I went through 2 reservoirs before I figured out only water. When we're done with our reservoir at the end of the ride, dump it out and store it in the freezer. The bacteria and all that gucky, scuzzy stuff can't grow in the freezer. So dump it out, all of your water that we're only putting water in, store it in the freezer, and you're gonna be worlds ahead. If you wanna use electrolyte drinks, I'm all for those. Those go in a water bottle. Throw that in a water bottle cage on your frame. If for some reason you're not able to do that, you can carry that electrolyte drink in your hydration pack. But for this guy, only water. And look after your hose as well. You can get long, skinny cleaners, pipe cleaners that will go through and be able to scrub it all out. So once or twice a season, I will give this a good cleaning, but for the most part, I dump it out, store it empty in the freezer, I pull it out, fill it up, go for a ride, come home, dump out whatever's left into the garden. There's a little extra tip. You can help out your veggie garden or your lawn, whatever, by dumping out any extra water, and your plants will love you for it. It's a beautiful day. Let's fill it up and go for a ride. So this reservoir holds about 3 liters of water, but I'm not going for that long a ride, so I'm only going to fill it up about halfway. You can kind of see the halfway mark there. I've kind of paid attention as to how much water I brought on rides and how much I had left over at the end. Helped me develop a feel for how much water I need to bring on a ride. I sort of fold it over, and you can see the water is just right there. And then we close it up nice and tight. What I like to do to make sure this bad boy is closed properly, tip it upside down, give it a good shake, make sure that it's not leaking. So we've got a reservoir full now. We've got a lot of the air out. Why do we want the air out? Because it makes it slosh around a whole lot, and it's very noisy, and who wants that? So folding it over as we're closing it off is going to push most of the air out, but there's still a bit in there. So here's a little trick. We're going to connect our hose. And then we're going to tip it upside down, right? That's going to pull all the air up to the top here where the hose attaches. And we're just going to suck the last of that air out, lock it off, and now we have no sloshing, okay? So now we're ready to stuff the reservoir into our pack. Making sure that the hose has no kinks in it. Close her up, and we're ready to shreddy. Just got back from a great ride. We didn't finish all of our water. Let's not let it go to waste. We'll dump that water into our garden, onto our lawn, plants that are really going to appreciate a little bit of extra water. Now, pro tip, take a note as to how much water you brought, how much water you had left at the end of the ride, and how long and how hard the ride was. This will help you to give an idea as to how much water to bring on rides. The goal is to come home with a bit of water. You don't want to be on a ride and run out of water. That is just a terrible feeling. So making sure you come home with just a little bit left to dump into the planter on the front step is a good goal to go for. So we're gonna pull our reservoir out here and we're gonna go dump that out. My raspberries are gonna love this. So that's it for this segment of the College of Knowledge, where we talked about hydration packs. So just to sum up, we learned that we're gonna put just water in your reservoir. Electrolytes and potions are gonna go in water bottles. And we're gonna store this in our freezer. It's gonna prevent scuzzies from growing inside. And when we're done, we're gonna dump our leftover water on our plants to help them out. All right, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. And I hope you'll tune in to the next one. See you later.